I knew it. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Maisie, and in this video I am doing a realistic what I read in the week, so Monday to Friday, as somebody who works a full-time job and also creates book content here on YouTube. This week I am not reading specifically for any video other than this video, so I'm just mood reading whatever I want to read, and yeah, let's just see how much I read in the average Monday to Friday. It is Monday today. I am currently reading Redeeming Six. Yes, I have decided to go back to this book. I'm kind of out of my reading slump now and I'm actually flying through this. So I started reading it again on Saturday or like maybe Friday night, I can't remember. And I was about 220 pages in. I am now up to page 770. So we've made some progress over the weekend, which is good. It's bank holiday as well this weekend, so not working today, that's great. Yeah, this book is 925 pages long, which is ridiculous, don't get me wrong. But I'm enjoying it, but it is ridiculous. My plan is to get this finished today. I've already read about 30, 50 pages so far today. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm so glad that when I first picked this up back in June, I stopped reading it because I was just in a slump and I wasn't feeling it. But picking it back up this weekend, I've just really enjoyed it. And even though it is ridiculously long, like 925 pages, I'm sorry, that is ridiculous. But I've just enjoyed every page, to be honest. There's definitely too much in here, like things can definitely be taken out, but that's just the vibe of these books. You get a lot of details, you get a lot of kind of random conversations, and that's fine. I love the characters. I did really enjoy this. Yeah, I'm so glad that I waited and picked it back up at a time where I just felt more in the right headspace to read this. I think in terms of a rating, I'm probably going to give it 4 stars because yeah, it just wasn't a 5-star. It's probably my least favourite book that I've read in the Boys of Tommen series. The other 3 have all been 5 stars, but I still really enjoyed this. So now we can put this back and we can choose our next book. Here it goes on my little Boys of Tommen shelf. Cute. There's quite a few books that I could choose. I kind of want to read on my Kindle, but at the same time I'm going on a little staycation next week, so I think I'm going to save my Kindle reads for that. I will probably take a physical book or 2 with me, but yeah, I think I'm going to go with A Kingdom This Cursed and Empty, which is the second book in, what's it called? Kingdom of Lies series. I wanted to go straight into this one, to be honest, as soon as I finished, what's it called? A Court This Cruel and Lovely, but I didn't have it, so I have now got the rest of the series, and yeah, I think I'm just going to go straight into this. It's actually on my September TBR and we are still in August, but it's what I want to read, so it's what I'm going to go for. But I'm not going to start it just yet because Ollie is just about to get back from Sainsbury's. He's just done the food shop, so I need to help him put that away. I need to do some washing up and hanging the washing up and things like that, and then we'll have dinner. But yeah, I'll probably start this later on tonight. I'm excited. I hope it's as good as the first one. Happy Tuesday. Yesterday I ended up reading 70 pages of A Kingdom This Cursed and Empty. Honestly, think I read nearly 300 pages yesterday, which is quite a lot for me. I am actually just in a real reading mood, which feels so nice because I just haven't been for the last couple of months, and it just feels nice to be properly enjoying reading again and wanting to read. So I'm very happy about that. So yeah, I'm 70 pages into this. So obviously I'm not very far into it, but I am enjoying it. I realised in this video I haven't spoke about what this series is. This is the Kingdom of Lies series. This is book 2. This is a romantasy series in a world with fae, and it is really good. The vibes it's giving me at the moment are a mixture of Throne of Glass, Plated Prisoner, and Dawn of Onyx, and I love all of those series. Like, those are probably 3 of my favourite fantasy series ever, so I am having a great time. To be honest, especially the start of this book is really reminding me of A Promise of Peridot, which is the second book to A Dawn of Onyx, which is the Sacred Stones trilogy. We're starting off in a very similar way. I don't really want to say because I don't want to give spoilers, but just the setting and the vibe between our main characters. Actually, the end of the first book in this series and the end of A Dawn of Onyx have pretty similar endings in terms of things happening as well. So yeah, it's giving me those vibes. And if you don't know, I love A Dawn of Onyx and A Promise of Peridot. Those books were both 5 stars for me. So yeah, I'm liking that this series is giving the same vibes. Plated Prisoners I also really enjoy. I've only read the first 3 books so far, but it's another series that I really like. So it's definitely feeling like a true romantasy, which is just what I'm in the mood for at the moment. Like, give me all of the romantasy books. I am eating them up. Yeah. So that's where we are. I have just finished work for the day, made myself a nice large cup of tea, and I'm gonna sit and do a bit of reading before we go and take the dogs on a walk. And yeah, I'm hoping to get a good chunk read tonight. Tomorrow I am in the office, so I won't speak to you obviously until I get home, so it'll probably be a bit later on when I speak to you tomorrow. But I have looked and the audiobook is included on Spotify Premium, so to be honest, I think I'm going to listen to a bit of it on my way to and back from work tomorrow. I will be watching the Love is Blind UK reunion tonight though. It actually came out last night at 9 PM, but both Ollie and I were kind of just wanting to sit and read and chill, so we didn't watch it. But we will be watching it tonight, probably when we eat dinner, and I'm very excited to watch that. Has anybody watched Love is Blind UK? I have very much enjoyed it. Anyway, I'm going to sit and read, so yeah. We're getting a couple of new POVs in this book and I'm really enjoying them. Often when I first get new POVs in books, I am not really here for it, I don't really care. And it takes me a while to like care about those characters and those stories. But in this one, I'm kind of really intrigued about these POVs right from the start. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Right, I'm literally just about to get ready for bed and do some more reading in bed, but one thing that I have to say is this book is so nice and floppy, and I hadn't really thought about it, but the first book was self-published and this one is published. It's by Penguin, which is weird because I don't know what's going on with Penguin books, because most of the time they're not floppy, but recently I've had some floppy ones. Like, I'm pretty sure the K.A. Tucker series, yeah, they're the same. They're like this. They're kind of like floppy. So are Penguin making their paperback fantasy books floppy now? Can they make all their books floppy? I would appreciate that. But yeah, I am loving the flop. It feels like having an American cover. I'm loving it. Honestly, not done as much reading tonight as I would have wanted. I don't know why. Like, what have I even been doing? But I just haven't been reading as much as I wanted to. I'm currently mid-chapter actually. I am up to page 136, so I've read not even 70 pages today, but I am going to do some reading before I go to sleep, and yeah. I have returned from the office and now I need to just have a look at how far I got in the book, because I've been listening to the audiobook on my way to and back from work. So let's see, I yesterday got to page 150. Not great, but it is what it is. Now let's see if I can work out where I'm up to. Okay, so it looks like I've got to page 212, which that's not bad because that means just on my commute to and back from work I've read over 60 pages. So that's pretty good. So to be honest, I'm probably gonna make myself a cup of tea and get cozy and do some reading for a bit, I think. I have to say, so far, this book has a lot more world building in it, which I'm not mad at because it was kind of a little bit basic in the first book. But yeah, the first, well, up 200 pages in, we've got a lot of world building, a lot of like information being thrown at us. So it is a bit of a slower read, but I'm hoping that we get some more action and plot development in the second half of the book. But we will see. I'm still enjoying it though, still good. Okay, it is like 9:30, so I'm gonna start getting ready for bed in a minute, but I thought I would just update you first. I am now up to page 300, which is pretty good going. That means I've read about 150 pages today. How long is this book? 524 pages. That means I am... Does anybody else always like to know their percentages? I do. Okay, I'm about 57% through at the moment. I thought I was further than that. That's a bit disappointing. But obviously I am going to read for another, I don't know, 45 minutes in bed probably, maybe an hour, I don't know. So I hope to get a bit further in with this. To be honest, I would really like it if I could finish this tomorrow. I do have to film a video at some point, either tomorrow or Friday. That will be my summer reading wrap up, so my wrap up for June, July and August, which is another reason why I would kind of like to finish this book before I film that wrap up so that I can include it in that video. But we will just see how we go. So I've actually been listening to brown noise on my headphones while I've been reading this evening because Ollie has been watching, I can't remember what it's called. He's been watching the Lord of the Rings Amazon TV show, can't remember what it's called. I'm not at all into it, although I will say the girl in it does definitely give me Aelin vibes. Anyway, I was struggling to concentrate, and so I thought I would try out brown noise because I always hear Emmy Rossum talking about how she listens to brown noise to concentrate on reading, and I've been enjoying it. It's definitely good when there's other distractions on. I don't think it's something that like I need all of the time, although I'm worried that I'm going to become addicted to it and suddenly not be able to read without it. But yeah, I don't know, for now it was just good for when there's other things going on. It kind of made me feel like I was on an aeroplane and it was a vibe. Still enjoying this. I would say it is now picking up in terms of the plot, like people are doing things. There's still quite a lot of world building going on, but yeah, people are doing things now. I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the second half of this book. I think I've heard that this book ends on a big cliffhanger, which is a bit of a problem because I'm not actually planning on picking up the next book straight away, or I don't even know when I'm going to pick it up. Hopefully at some point during September, but it's definitely not going to be one of the next books I read. So yeah, hopefully it's not too big of a cliffhanger. But anyway, that is the update for now. I'm gonna get ready for bed and get cozy and do some more reading. So I will speak to you tomorrow. I have been listening to quite a lot of the audiobook because I was walking the dogs. I also had to go to my nail appointment. Oh yeah, I got my nails done. I've listened to quite a lot of the audiobook. I have to say, I don't love the audiobook. I just find it such an ick when like the female narrator is doing a male voice and when the male narrator is doing a female voice. It's just like, I know why they do it because obviously it's like that chapter's in that person's perspective, so they have the voice actor doing that whole chapter, but I just wish they wouldn't impersonate the voices because I don't know, I just don't like it. Anyway, I am now up to page 456, which means I have like This book is 524 pages, so we've not got too long left, which is nice. So I'm hoping to get this finished today, and then hopefully also maybe start another book today as well, and that will be perfect because then I can film my summer wrap up tomorrow. Then I need to get that edited as well as this video edited tomorrow evening before we go on Saturday. The videos will be up for you guys next week when I'm away. Lots to do, but my first aim is definitely to get this book finished, and so I'm gonna put on my brown noise and I'm just gonna try and concentrate on getting it done. I need to put a wash on actually. I'll do that in a bit. Let's do a bit of reading first, I think. I knew it. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. God, that last chapter was stressful. Does part of me want to go straight into the next book now? Yes. But am I going to? No, I can't. I have too many books on my TBR that I really want to read. But yeah, I'm definitely not going to wait too long to pick up the next book. What am I going to read next though? I should decide. Actually, before we move on to picking the next book, final thoughts on this. I enjoyed it, especially the second half. I do think the first half of this one was a bit slow with a bit too much world building. I guess it was just because we lacked a lot of world building in the first book. There was a lot to make up for in this one. I'm going to give it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it and I'm still very much enjoying the series. So yeah, okay. I'm torn between my book options. So I could go for a book on Kindle, and if I did, I'm kind of thinking maybe Spark of the Everflame by Penn. That means I'll be going straight into another fantasy, like in a new series. So is that a good idea? I don't know. Other option, I have Summer Romance by Annabelle Monaghan. I really want to read this. And this is one I definitely want to take with me next week. Do I want to start it yet, or do I want to start it when I'm there? This could be a good one because it's obviously not a fantasy, it's not a series, it's just a cute rom-com, I think. And then I also have A Queen of Thieves and Chaos by K.A. Tucker, which I could read. This is the 3rd book in the Fate and Flame series, and I'm pretty sure the 4th and final book is coming out in September, so I could read this to get up to date with the series. Like, this is probably what makes the most sense, but it's just not calling to me right now. Probably because the text is quite small. I swear it's not that small in the other books. And that looks like it's going to hurt my eyeballs. So I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to go for either this or Spark of the Everflame. Happy Friday, we have made it to Friday, everybody. I've literally just finished editing my wrap up that I am now getting ready to upload, and I've also been doing some editing of this vlog because this vlog also needs to be uploaded this evening, ready for them to go live next week. So in terms of reading, I haven't read anything today, but yesterday I obviously started Spark of the Everflame, and I got to page 121, which is 29% in. Wow, I can't believe I read that much yesterday. Why, like, when you're reading on Kindle, do you just not notice how much you're reading? But I am really enjoying this book. Sorry if you can hear lots of noise, by the way. I'm sitting right by the window and it's open because it's hot, so I'm sorry about any background noise. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this book. I don't know why I thought this book was going to be like really hard to read and follow, but it's not at all. Basically, in this world, 9 gods came to the mortal world and they basically split the world into 9 different realms, one for each of the gods. So each of these gods married and had children with mortals, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but that's my understanding at the moment, with mortals. And the idea was for their descendants to live peacefully with the mortals. But that did not happen. And instead, the descendants and the mortals live very separately. And the descendants are the ones that rule each of the 9 realms because they have powers, they live longer, they are just, you know, better. Oh, there's the ice cream van. Our main character, I don't know how to pronounce her name, DM? I'm gonna say DM. Her and her mum are both healers, and her mother basically disappears. And this happens just after she sees her mother having a heated conversation with a descendant. And so DM is basically trying to find out what has happened to her mother and what is going on. I know that this series has a very slow burn romance, and to be honest, that is what has really sold me on reading it, because I love slow burn. And often I feel like in fantasy, I don't like it when our characters get together too quickly, especially when they're enemies to lovers, because I love the enemies to lovers vibe and I'm happy for that to be dragged out over multiple books. So yeah, I'm excited for the romance. Obviously it's been very slow going at the moment, but that is fine. We've literally only had a few interactions. But yeah, I'm very much enjoying this book, and it was a good one to choose. If I'm going to be honest, I'm probably not going to do any reading at all today, because once I've sorted out these videos, I desperately need to pack for our trip. So if I do any reading, it will just be a little bit in bed. But because I need to get this video up, I'm going to end this video here. But let's maybe just recap on what we have read. So obviously on Monday, I started off by finishing Redeeming 6, the 4th book in the Boys of Tommen. I really enjoyed that. I think I had about 250 pages of it left to read when I started this vlog. I then read all of A Kingdom This Cursed and Empty by Stacia Stark. That's the 2nd book in the Kingdom of Lies series. That book is 530 something pages, and now I have read about 120 pages of Spark of the Everflame. So that all equals about 890 pages. So that's how many pages I have read from Monday to Friday. Obviously today isn't complete, and I probably will be doing some reading in bed, but we're just gonna go with what we've got. So that equals 175 pages a day if I divide it by 5. I always say whenever I do any videos like this on my channel, my aim is really to just try and reach 100 pages a day. If I can go above that, then that's great, but for me 100 pages a day with everything else I have to do, I'm happy with that. So I'd say it's been a pretty successful week of reading. If you want to follow along and see my thoughts as I get further into Spark of the Everflame, I will be vlogging the trip that I'm going on this week, so it won't be a complete reading vlog, but I will obviously be reading and talking about books in that video, because what else am I going to talk about, let's be honest. So yeah, that vlog will probably be up about a week after this one goes up. So yeah, I hope that you have enjoyed watching this vlog. I have very much enjoyed making it, actually. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. All of those things do really help me out. So yeah, thank you for watching. I would love to see you in my next video. Bye!